We are back and it is time for Girl Talk. Ew, 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 ew.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, slow one for the people.
So we going back to Atlanta,
Yes, yes, we
to the
are.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have notes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so it started, if I remember, the
Mhm.
episode started with them at the at the
Yes.
dinner tater. I don't know what's wrong with my words.
I told you to drink a cocktail tonight so you could blame me.
Right. I am blaming you. But they started at the dinner table in South Carolina, and Kenya was probing again about who was Bolo, Dolo, whatever his name was, who he was in the room with.
Mm-hmm.
So Tanya told on herself. We'll start there.
Yes.
I said, girl,
I was so angry with her. I
I
was
just
so
want to
angry.
know. I just want it to be known.
I spent the night with this girl right here.
Like what was
The
if
only
I was
person
Portia,
who,
I would have been like, you got to be
cause well, she know her friend Ditzy. She know that. But like the only person whose room was right there about where Bolo was supposed to be at. That's who you say you spent the night with.
right. She could have not said nothing and just been like, this is crazy. This is no
Exactly.
way.
She could have just been like, I don't know what happened. I went to bed.
I would have been like, this is crazy. This is some foolishness.
It's
And
ridiculous.
what happened to girl code? That would have been me. What happened to girl code?
We gonna come
But
back to the girl
instead,
code because I got something to say about that. But
she says, just for the record, I slept in the same room with the
I was
person
with
I was
her.
using.
I was with the single person.
Right. Okay. Now, let's fast forward to they all get home
Okay.
and Cynthia telling Mike what
Mm-hmm.
happened
Mm-hmm.
and Drew telling her husband what she
Mm-hmm.
did. I I put in my notes, I can't believe that they did that. I get it because they gonna find out anyway because it's on the show, but to
Yeah.
be so, but I guess if you have a trusting relationship and your husband not jealous like that,
Mm-hmm.
could be because Mike was funny. He was like, so he had a
That was the part.
that I said, okay. He's like, but Drew husband,
Was not for the shenanigans.
he was just
He
not
was
like
like,
I ain't a fan of his her husband. He hasn't. I'm not sold on him yet. So
he was sitting there like this the whole time, like, you did what? You bent it over.
right when she got to that part, he was like, say what now?
She was like, cause I was gonna come out and I was gonna make it clap for you. And he was like, oh, okay.
I ain't for that.
Yeah, he was not
He
feeling.
wasn't buying it. Now Toya irritated me
She irritated me at
because
the dinner table.
right when they was at the dinner table, she was trying to check Kenya. Like, if we all had a good time, if we was all having fun, what does it matter who did what? Why do you care so much?
But she
Why are you
was
trying
flip
to
flopping
implicate
in
somebody?
too because she was coming at Drew, trying to say that Drew was wilding and doing all in the mix too. Okay, so why you trying to figure out what Drew doing, but then
Right.
at the same time telling Kenya, "Oh, Kenya, you shouldn't be
That's
probing."
because she got something with Drew. I don't understand what that's about.
Mm-mm.
Why she's trying to like that's so lame. Like we should be past that whole getting on reality TV shows and oh let me find somebody to have a beef
To
with.
pick
Like
with,
that's
yeah.
lame. So that but then when she turned around when they got home,
I wanted to bring you something to your photo shoot. Here's a cake.
hi friend. I said now
But that's the one time I said Kenya treated her like, I don't want to say treated her right, but she was like, you was not like this when we were in South Carolina. And she tried to check her a little bit.
now I this is where I was like, look, this is when I really started side eyeing Kenya. Cause I was like, how can you tell Toya that you got a crush on her? but you judging Toya and
And
Portia and
Portia
everybody else for what they
on the
was.
trip. She was mad that she ain't getting no.
She mad she didn't get her carpet munched.
She ain't get. She missed out. She missed out. So she mad. She like, wait a minute. This was going on till 6 o'clock in the morning, and nobody came in my room. How dare you?
Nobody,
I am Kenya
no, not
Moore.
nobody. This was going on at 6 o'clock in the morning, and no Toya didn't come to my room. Of all the people
Of
to
all the people.
of all the people that you wanted to make out with, you chose Toya. You chose no, you chose Portia and not me. She
Mhm.
was just like I think
Jealous.
a little bit of jealousy went in there. Let me see. You did that, that, Okay. Drew and Portia, I love their scene together.
That is us if we lived 5 minutes away from each other.
Girl,
Bitch,
but
I'm
see, I
definitely stopping
nah.
by the house on the way home from the
I'm
store.
stopped, but I ain't lying. Like we not gonna like I ain't gonna be we adults.
She
Like
said,
I was
yeah.
like that would make me that would turn me off
Mm-hmm.
from being friends with you. Cause what you're not gonna do
Just
is
put me
have
in
me
there.
out here on your bush. Nah. Say I'm with you, girl. No, no. I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like being put in those positions.
Yeah.
That's not my, I don't get down like that. I ain't with the sneaky shit. So I was just like I was good until she was like, yeah, babe, I'm coming from the grocery store and I'll be on my way. And I'm like,
Why you ain't just say I stopped
why
at
you just
Portia's
didn't say
house?
I stopped at Portia house?
I think he's controlling, and I think he
Think.
doesn't. I don't think he really want her to be in this group of women, honestly.
Well, no, because I was trying to avoid as many like sidebar shows and conversations about the show as possible because I wanted to come in with my
Mm-hmm.
own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch Speak on It,
Okay.
and Candy did two parts. So she
Yeah.
did a Speak on It, her regular Speak on It. Then she had a Speak on It with the fellas. And
Yep.
it was him and
Mm.
Todd
Yeah,
and
I saw
her
that.
assistant,
Well, I didn't
her
watch it, but I
manager.
saw that she did that.
Yeah. So there he seemed, no, I take that back. He still was annoying on there because I hate this whole I'm an alpha. Like anybody, alpha male, alpha female. If you have to announce that you're an alpha anything,
Nobody cares.
you're probably not.
I'm an alpha male, so I'm gonna tell my woman what she's supposed to do.
I'm gonna take care and I'm gonna do what I gotta do and do. And here go my balls. Woo, woo, woo. Like, like ain't
I want
nobody.
to say something else about this. We didn't mention this at all the last time. Since we talking about his peanut head ass, I don't like how he did her about the house. Heifer didn't even know that they was moving while she was gonna be on the trip,
And then he like, I got this. I'm gonna do it. Like,
and then complained it was raining all day. It was a terrible move. Well, nigga, didn't
I
I tell
get.
you to move when I was gone?
But see, that is what happens when you have sons and you get to telling them you're the man of the house.
Huh.
You got to take care of it because
Go ahead, girl. Amen. What an offering basket is. I ain't got no offering basket around here. I was gonna take up a collection. You want me to Zelle or Cash App you? But yeah,
but
so they was on
so
Speak on It.
so they was on Speak on It and he made it seem like he was cool.
Hmm.
He was cool with the whole he was cool with the bachelorette party. Actually, Ty was like, we owe Mike a do-over, and he pitched it like, bravo, let us do a little 3-day special or something like that. He was like, if
Child,
they
it's
did
too
all
late,
this,
Ty. He married now. He can't act the fool now.
but he was like, so he was saying that with Mike's bachelor party, it seemed more like just like they were just out. I think they went to a strip club. He was like, because of who he is, I think he felt like because of who they are, and it was so many other people there
They couldn't really do
that
anything.
they couldn't really cut up. Like they wasn't in a private event. They
Uh,
was like at a public place. And he was
mhm.
like, we couldn't really cut up. He was like, I basically just, he was like, I threw a couple of dollars and I bounced. And Drew husband said the same thing. He was like, yeah, I, threw a couple of dollars. I gave Mike some money so he can enjoy himself. And I
Mhm.
kind of bounced. So I don't think that uh Drew husband is as uptight as he come
Okay.
off. On that episode, he seemed okay, but he was still annoying.
Let me say this. He still got on my nerves.
Still got on my nerve. Like he one of those people that is like, he'll be cool. You know how you just know people that they cool, but then when they start talking too much, you like,
All right. Wrap it up.
come on, here you go. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's the energy he gives. So yeah, but yeah, he still got on my nerve. And I put that in my notes, like, I don't like him. But that sneaking thing that Drew doing, I also just think that that's just a part of her demeanor.
Oh, you just think she's sneaky. Hmm.
She's a Taurus.
You done looked up this girl's zodiac.
She said it. She said it. She a Taurus. I think it's her, Candy,
Get it? Yeah. Candy's a Taurus.
and Portia friend,
Shamia.
Shamia.
Okay.
I think they all are Tauruses. And I just feel my way about Tauruses. But they are sneaky.
Okay.
They can be sneaky.
Well, I do think it was very odd that she could not tell her husband that she stopped at a friend's house
You're
on the way.
taping.
Exactly, on the way from the grocery store. Because
Unless she did
obviously
it
they got
like
a
that to make
schedule.
it, unless they did it like that to make it kind of like funny for the story, but it didn't come off funny. It came off weird to me because I'm like, if because my thought process was you knew you was coming over her house and
Right.
you knew that when you got there that y'all would be taping. So it wasn't gonna be no like this ain't no I'm about to run to the grocery store and come back situation because y'all taping. This is a production.
Right. You know what time your
We
calls.
know what goes on in productions.
Yeah. She had a call sheet that morning. She knew what time she was supposed to be at Portia House, how long they were supposed to talk, what the topic was, everything.
So the whole narrative of, oh, I'm just sneaking to the grocery store, like, girl, you could have just been like, I gotta go record and we're gonna do it at Portia House. So we can
Exactly.
kiki and talk about.
That's all.
But again, I think that they would be fun friends. We've already made that clear. And
Hmm.
then
Let's go through these notes now.
last but certainly not least, words. Last but certainly not least, Kenya and her husband.
Ooh, that was a good scene at that lawyer's office, honey.
Child, I said, this man. She was like, he was just sending me love playlist and
He was sending
telling
me
me he
songs.
loved me.
When that attorney started laughing when she was telling him all this, oh,
He couldn't believe it.
I knew a twist was coming. I knew it's because that man was like, wait, he was like, wait a minute. He's like, hold on. Sorry, not trying to laugh. Not trying to laugh. Then I'm like, I was like, okay, what's about to happen? Cause something about to happen. Yeah, I'm
Girl,
gonna pay
but the
attention.
part that got me, and maybe this is something that most people don't know,
Mm.
but when she was like, maintenance, is
Is
that
that
alimony?
alimony? Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
That's what it is.
yes. Like, but
I'm
she
not
made a good
surprised.
point. She was like, he worried about getting alimony, but he ain't said nothing about his child.
About
He ain't thinking about that little baby.
he don't care.
He ain't look,
Brooklyn is
ma'am,
another.
he's our first of all, he's shown you that from day one. The fact that you always have her. That ain't
Mm-hmm.
a coincidence of, oh, I just don't trust him with her. He
Mm-hmm.
hasn't even put you in a position to be like,
Mm-mm.
yes, no.
Eh,
I'm pretty
mm.
sure if she called him and said, uh, you know, so do you want to get the baby this week? He probably be like, Kenya, I have the restaurants and I got to take care of everything in New York, and I have my other family and they don't even know about y'all. So no, Kenya, cannot, no, Kenya,
That's how he talk.
K, because that's like, what do you call her? K, no, no, I can't. I'm too busy. I have all my restaurants. No, I can't do that. No. So
He's annoying though. It
as
was
hell.
funny. She was like, I'm not gonna file. We'll go through the custody agreement." And then the lawyer was like, "Yeah, so he filed in New York." She was like, "My heart."
Girl, look, this was her going through that paper like maintenance. Yes, ma'am.
She was
But
like thrown for a loop. She had not. She didn't think that was coming. Like she's
it's
so
so ironic.
naive.
It's so ironic to me that Kenya is a bully. She is a bully, but
Hmm.
but at the same time, she's a pushover.
Only with men.
Only in her, I say, in her personal life and things that she should be able to control,
Hmm.
she is a pushover. She get into relationships and situations, and she just let these men,
Do whatever.
her relationships just run all over her. And
Hmm.
I've always said, like, people that's really, I don't want to say aggressive. I don't want to use the word aggressive, but people that try to be like in charge and overbearing and they want to be the boss and run people are typically the people that have no control of what's going on in their home life.
Yeah.
Zip, zero,
I'm with you
nine.
there. I've
And that's a
seen it.
perfect example of that. I had a coworker like that. Like, ma'am, you're not gonna come here and run everybody else's life because
And
your
you.
shit at the crib is
Hmm.
crazy. Like, no, like you gonna have to look, you're gonna have to figure it out. Like, because what you're not gonna do, like Sister Tabitha Brown say, if you can't have a good day, don't you dare go ruin anybody else's.
Come
Cause
on
I
now.
when I saw that, I said it all makes perfectly good sense now. Even back when last season,
Yeah.
when K, stop it. You
Okay.
treat her like a little puppy dog. Sit,
Okay.
sit, sit, boo boo, sit.
Okay. But since we on Kenya, I did see one interview that she did after the show, and they asked her about what you said. Is what she was doing breaking girl code?
I don't know.
And what she said was girl code is something that you have with your girlfriends, with your close friends. And because her and Portia are not friends, so as she says, she didn't feel as though she was breaking girl code.
No, that ain't how that works.
Bitch, this
That
is
ain't.
girls' weekend. What did Candy say?
Listen, listen. If we on a girls trip, if it's girls weekend, if we doing a girls event,
Hmm.
period. I don't give a damn who I'm with. Cold is cold.
She was with y'all the whole weekend. Yeah, we was in Vegas together.
If outside sources get to talking about what happened, that means you cold is cold.
Them niggas got it. We got it too. I ain't snitching on my homegirls at
But
all.
what makes it so bad was that it wasn't a situation of a kiki. It was you were trying to out somebody.
Yep. For what though? Like,
And for what?
honestly, Portia was the only real single person there.
Yeah.
Everybody else is either married, engaged,
In a situation.
long-term relationship. She was the only one that was single.
She
So where Phelan go?
to her husband.
Her
No, I
best,
saw.
her
I
best
think
friend.
I think on Spake on it. Jesus Christ, on Speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Candy said that they left
Okay,
like that day,
got it.
so that's why she wasn't
She was
there.
only there for a
But
day, child.
but we know that she wouldn't have been there. There is no way her husband was going. Oh yes, honey, go to the girls' dungeon night.
No way.
No way.
There ain't no way.
But I don't see how she's gonna fit if her like I ain't mad, be in love, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But ma'am, you signed on to be to do a show.
Yeah. Well, on the end of the show, they gave us a little fast forward sneak peek into the rest of the season. Lots of things seem to take place the rest of the season. We see Marlo and Kenya getting buddy buddy.
I
We
don't know
saw,
how I feel about that yet.
I don't know. I mean, them two together could be
And
disastrous.
they the same. What they say they are Aquarius. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them being friends. I'm glad that they're not doing the petty stuff, but I don't know if I want them to be
Yeah,
allies.
buddy buddy. So we got that. We go get to see Cynthia's wedding. Um, the blog,
We already saw, so that's gonna be redundant.
the blog is gonna come out about the trip, and so we get to see how everybody handles that. You know,
They say Tanya disappeared after that. Furthermore, implicating herself.
she also like, so I started following Tanya whenever she joined the show because I thought she was a bubbly little cute personality, and it went to
I was never interested in following Tanya.
I like Tanya.
I ain't saying I don't like her, but I just that wasn't.
I'm nosy girl. I just want to see what they
I'm
posted
eating
and see
fruit,
what they
child. The fruit from my
they
cocktail now.
probably like, what is she? You up here like, girl.
So what I do on a girl.
See, we about to take girl talk to the left. But so I follow her, and I have noticed lately she's not hanging with the crew as much as she was. So
That could be a lot of reasons though. That could have just rubbed her the wrong way. Because that's
mm-hmm,
kind of how I move. Like
mm-hmm,
if I start seeing stuff in a group, like
yep,
I'll slowly start
mm-hmm,
retracting, especially if they not like tight knit. Like if it was us, I could be like, hey, ma'am. But then okay, retract. First of all, my true blues, my pound for pounds, my
ace
dog
bowl chicken
girls,
wing.
like would never,
Ever,
ever,
child.
ever.
We would
Like,
have been in the corner like, girl.
yeah, first of all, production would have been knocking on our doors like, hey, ladies, you need to
Yes.
come down and start. Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
mm-mm, mm-mm. I would have taken Fee, you going down this morning.
Right. You going down, girl.
Mm-mm. I
Let's
need
see what production say.
we would have been in that room. King started acting the fool. I'd be like, man,
Now,
you better shut the fuck.
man,
It would have
we
been bad.
would have listen, we would have him Kenya up so quick and shut that shit down so fast. Like, listen, you need to
They too nice, cause too nice. I
but
would have
first of
been.
all, no, we wouldn't have even been there with Kenya.
Mm-mm. That's probably true.
So it would have been a whole different scenario. It would have been Ours would have been, man, yesterday was crazy. Last night was crazy than a
Crazy
mud.
G.
We would have
Crazy.
been laughing at the last person to get up,
Yep.
like, oh,
Good
gotcha,
morning.
huh? Good morning. It'd have been 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Good
Good
morning.
morning. With our petty ass. Oh, you up?
Oh, you up?
Sleep well?
Well, welcome. Would you like brunch? You
Because
know,
we had breakfast.
we've had breakfast. We're working on lunch. So, like, I think even if you, Brian, like, we can have our friends
Yeah.
together. And even if you
Hmm.
brought people from your crew and I brought a select group from my crew, even if we meshed, it still wouldn't have been that. Because
Yeah.
if anybody would have came on that Kenya type mindset, they would have stuck out and we would have been like, nah, she good.
Exactly.
So I
Because,
just think it would have been a whole different
yeah.
dynamic. Like ain't nobody, and then they older, like, but her with that whole girl code, cause Portia not my friend, is bullcrap.
It is because I've hung out with a group of people in the past that I was definitely closer with one or two people than like everybody. So I'm gonna give you a real life scenario without telling too much, right? So we had a
Ooh, yeah.
child. So we had a girls evening, like it was like a Friday night. We was kikiing, drinking wine, having fun, right? And someone ordered some masseuses, I don't know, massage therapists, whatever you want to call them, to come
Okay.
over. It was gentlemen. And so, everybody could get a massage.
Mm-hmm.
Go get out.
I'm, I'm listening with my good ear.
So some of them, after they came out, they da, 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 girl, yeah, 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 da, 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 yeah, girl, da, 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 whoop, telling everything, right? And some of us, we went in, got our little massage, came on out, was like, oh, that was nice. It was, thank you for doing that. I had a great time. Know who you can share shit with and who you can't share shit with.
Listen.
But then Shorty's was the ones that wasn't tight with was upset. Everybody telling their little stories. Why y'all ain't telling y'all stories?
And then my thing with that is, like, like I said, I'm not mad with coming out and sharing, like, girl,
Hmm.
but I need to make sure that it does not go outside of that night.
Right. But if
Should,
I'm not that cool with you,
right.
I'm gonna be tight-lipped. And if Portia really wanted everybody to know what happened, she would have spoke on it. Or
And
if
then, and it's probably not even thing where she hadn't it or anything like that. It's just like, she like, shit, it was what it was.
exactly.
It wouldn't even been a thing. It wouldn't even been a thing where it's got to get to the blogs and all this other stuff if Kenya wasn't making it what
Hmm.
it was.
Because I'm sure once she start, honestly, they went back talking a little bit too much for me because I don't trust Don Juan that much. I know he a good businessman, but I feel like he got a mouth on him. So Candy talking to him, and then Kenya go run tell that anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. Just seemed kind of messy.
Yeah, it could have just been a good night and they could have kept it tight-lipped. And it could have been a situation where they could have just kikied at the pool, sat back, laid back. Girl, last night was fun. And even made, like, I'm the type of person where I would have been making fun. Like, girl, did you see you really trying to twerk? Whatever, like, whatever happened in the whole that part,
None of
that
your,
ain't my
none of your,
business.
it's none of your business. So
Because it was done like whatever what you start doing in your room, when you start going in your room and
closing
closing
doors.
doors, obviously
It's not for everybody to know or
that ain't my
see.
business. So
You in my business. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that. Don't do that. So yeah, I would have let if it got to that point,
Hmm.
I would have been like, yeah, next
Oh,
topic.
oh, child, you is crazy. Yeah,
Anything in the open, we can talk about. But they also should have made an agreement, like even though they thought that they turned the cameras off, but they should have been an agreement, like, look, we can openly discuss things that
hmm.
happen in the main room
Right.
because production, like, be smart. You on the show. Production is gonna want us to have some type of conversation about that. So we
Hmm.
can openly talk about that. But if anything go down outside of that,
Nothing. Tight
then,
lip. But
but
they didn't do that. I thought Candy was tried to do her best and say what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon, but clearly some folks have just never been in those type of environments and don't know how to hold water, and they nosy as hell. So
child,
here we are. So I'll be interested to see what happens the rest of the season. And I think that's the biggest drama of the season. I don't feel like a lot else is gonna pop off, but we shall see.
we will see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to see if I was gonna do something else or close, but what I'm gonna do right here is say for all y'all that are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit the little notifications so you can get notified of our new videos. You don't want to miss anything. And if you are just watching YouTube and you happen to fall into the Two Chicks Talking Shit podcast, go ahead and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Send us an email, the number two chicks, TALKINSHYT at
I feel
gmail.com.
like I should have had a paper with our name on it and been like,
If you have questions,
I still
concerns,
got to
or
get used to
topics
this.
you'd like for us to talk about. Until next segment, we'll be right back.